Hey there! So this is part 4 of building your performing confidence. I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting from you. Thank you so much. Keep it coming. So I'm going to put the links to the other videos in the series in the video description below in case you want to catch up. So let's dive in. So if you struggle with nerves when performing, how about creating pre-performance rituals that support you? Now these rituals will be different for everyone, but as you test out your songs, as we talked about in the last video, you can also test out the ritual or rituals that set you up for your best singing. So I'm going to share some things that I do just to get the ideas started. You can apply some of them or discover what you want to do for yourself. So sleep, nutrition, and hydration are things I pay attention to, particularly before pre-show. I always like to get about 8 hours of sleep, no matter how busy or chaotic things can get. I like to keep this commitment to myself. And I'm a vegetarian, so I make sure leading up to the day of the show or the performance, I'm eating well to fuel my body. Now, sometimes, if I know it's going to be a particularly busy week, I just make sure to meal prep beforehand so that I'm not grabbing for something that doesn't support my body or my emotional well-being. Oh my gosh, ice cream can be a snack at any point. So I make sure that that is far away and I've really created all the good stuff that I need to eat. So hydration is important for so many reasons. If you tend to get dry during a gig, which can happen for all sorts of reasons, think about hydrating way before you sing. If you are singing in the evening, thinking about getting enough water into the body before, the day before, or the morning of, and the morning of. How about that? So our vocal folds are just kind of low on the body's priority list for hydration. All the other organs take their fill and they get that fill of that H2O first, and then the rest of the water is divvied out to the body. And the vocal folds being one of those that are kind of low on that priority list. So think of hydration really as just an inside job. It's not slamming some water right before you walk out on stage, right? So start that hydration way ahead of time, or just make sure that you're keeping well hydrated on a daily basis. And also be aware of food or drinks that could be causing you to lose that hydration and limit those before singing. So on performance day, I love to give myself time to get ready, arrive early, walk the stage, warm up physically and vocally. Rushing can make me nervous. So on performance day, I give myself plenty of time to just get ready. I love to stretch out. I do a little bit of yoga, a short meditation. I just take my time physically, just warming up and vocally warming up, feeling how just the voice body is just doing that day, just checking in. When it's time to go, I always give myself plenty of time to account for traffic or any other unforeseen delays. My philosophy is if I arrive on time, I'm late. I don't like that. I hate late. So getting there early just kind of helps me chill out, remain calm, and keeps those initial anxiety nerves to a minimum. Now here's something I love to do. I love to walk the stage or the performance venue before the call. So I love to get a feel of the space, get centered in it, review my blocking if there is blocking, and gently visualize the performance. I love to just stand there on that big stage. I look out to the house. I see the empty seats. I imagine them full of that loving, wonderful audience. And it just feels so good. I love to walk around on the stage and just listen to my feet kind of echo in that empty stage. It's such a great feeling. And I love to just imagine how awesome the performance is going to go. My body and my brain love this part of my pre-performance ritual. So see, while every venue is a little bit different, give yourself some time to kind of get to the space a little bit early. Kind of feel out the room, no matter if it's an open mic or a bar room situation or a huge venue with a huge hall. Give yourself some time to feel that space. It's super yummy. So come performance time, before I walk out on stage, I just do some relaxing breathing. I'll just breathe through my nose I might imagine something, a little mantra or something, or just center in my breath. I may wiggle or stretch out a bit as a way to just kind of get that extra energy that I'm feeling, just moving a little bit. Nerves, excitement, anticipation will come up. As I'm getting ready to perform that day, I acknowledge those feelings. I don't resist them or make them wrong. I have a very strong imagination. I can think of the worst case scenarios about everything, but I let that happen. I don't judge myself harshly. I work with them and I allow those ideas and thoughts and feelings just to move through me while supporting myself with these nurturing pre-performance rituals that work for me. You know, athletes are notorious for pre-game rituals. And while I'm not suggesting that you put your shoes on the same way every time or listen to the same song to get excited, well, although you could, there is something to be said for having pre-performance rituals that help you get in the zone. These rituals can help build your confidence, give you some anchoring, give you some things that you like. I love how that feels. This is how I'm going to support myself before I walk out on stage. So a couple of questions. What are you already doing before you perform that you feel really helps you feel good on stage? So just jot those down. And then what are you doing beforehand that you feel like, "Oh, that's just not supportive. That's just making for crazy. I don't need to do that anymore." So identify those things and then decide what you'd like to test instead of those unsupportive things that are kind of getting in your way. Start thinking about what pre-performance rituals will best support you to get in your optimal performance zone. And then, take a look at your calendar and see when you have your next gig or when you should schedule your next gig, schedule that in, and make a note on your calendar to start testing some of these pre-performance rituals that you want to explore for yourself. Performing confidently isn't something you're just born with. It really is a series of strategies. Take time to craft the strategies that support you and build your confidence. Okay, until next time, rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.